All right. Hey, vlog. Welcome back. If you saw my last video, I had mentioned that I've just been so busy that I'm not really sure when I'd be able to sit down and do much filming. And yeah, this week of work has been pretty good, and it's Tuesday. So last week was pretty chaotic. So I'm kind of grateful to have a couple days before the next storm of stuff comes in because I know it will. So, since I have the time, I figured I'd sit down and do a little update video. Now, I did get a couple clips from the Phase Up Nutrition Sweat for the Vets. I want to thank anybody that donated to the Veterans Program because I did have some followers that did send some money over. So thank you. That will be going to the veterans. Typically, Vinny will have the Sweat for the Vet event closer to Veterans Day, but since he opened up a new location, he made it the grand opening plus the event for Sweat for the Vets. That's a mouthful. So that's kind of why we did it a month earlier. It was a great turnout. When Vinny typically does this, he gets in contact with the Marine Corps. So a lot of the people that showed up were also in training for um, the military, the Marines and stuff. So I'm not super educated with all that goes on there, but a huge turnout from the Marine guys as always, plus a couple, civilians. I did not participate. I know Seymour, he's a classic pro, he's also a phase up nutrition athlete like myself. He typically competes in the event, but this year he's just like, listen, I'm getting older. I can't afford any sort of injury because it was raining that day. And, he's looking to compete early next year. So he was commenting that him and I were cheerleaders this time and that he wasn't doing it. And I was like, I don't blame you, man. Like even in the winter, I'm scared to like walk out in the snow. I'm so scared that there'll be ice because if I trip and fall and I hurt myself, then like what if I'm out of a leg day for a few days? I don't really like the idea of being out of the gym, especially like legs or something that I need to train. So it's funny how our bodies and everything, our goals are to stay safe so that we can lift in the gym. That's when we can hurt ourselves. But doing something stupid, that's always when an injury happens and it's just not a good time. It's recovery. And um, so often I hear people that say that they'll have like an injury to, uh, like they pulled a hamstring or like the bicep tears and then they got to like work out around it, and it can be really frustrating because if somebody hurts their upper body, then it's always like, well, I guess you just get extra leg days then. Or you hurt your leg and then you're just doing upper body and stuff for a while, which you know depends on the person if they're excited about that or not. So, anyways, it's getting colder out in Pennsylvania. So, this week's starting to dip a little lower. I know today it's like 54. That's cold. I'm cold in my apartment. I had the heat on for a while. Um, so, yeah. So, that's the update there. So, yeah, Sweat for the Vets was a success. The new store is beautiful. That is in Canonsburg, Pennsylvania, which is a good 50 minutes from me, so I probably won't be going to the new location that often, but it's really nice there. It's a very like rich area. Like you can tell that whole area has some good money, which makes sense because it's almost on the border of Washington County, and that's kind of where all the oil field workers are. So I'm sure there's just big money over in that direction. And then I'm sure there's like some doctors and stuff that live over there for the Pittsburgh. Like I'm assuming, but my GPS was taking me through these really nice neighborhoods, and I got to check out the Halloween decorations. So it's just like cool. Nothing like having a reason to just drive through to see these houses that have awesome decorations. So that was a little bit of a perk there. And then after the Phase Up Nutrition event, I did my leg day. And since I was like closer to Life Force, I went there, which worked out because Life Force got one of the hip thrust machines, and it's like brand new. They just like put in, I think, like last month. And it's not like the booty builder machine that my Anytime Fitness has. I actually realized I learned to like that one a lot better, but it was good to try this one. I can't think of the brand off by my mind at the moment, but I've definitely seen like other people use it. It's kind of got like this like push lift off type of thing. The belt isn't as comfortable as the booty builder at any time. Um, and I think I felt a little bit more of a pull on my low back with this hip thrust machine. And as I was looking at them, like comparing the two machines, the foot platform is a lot lower on the one at Life Force, where the booty builder, it actually is a lot higher, and it is more of a pain in the ass to get your feet on the platform because it's so high. But I didn't feel as much of any sort of pull on my low back, and I swear I used the machine correctly, believe me. But it is just the difference between the two for me personally. So obviously it works. I still got a really good squeeze in my glutes, which was what I was focused on. I just do like a control, really like top squeeze, and then I want to get a full range of motion, but you don't want to go too much where that low back's coming into play. So you kind of have to find what fits for your body height. So don't forget that height definitely plays a role in the setup and form of any hip thrust machine. Um, but it was just cool that I finally was able to try out the two hip thrust machines and pick which one I liked better, which I'm going to have to go with the Booty Builder machine. Like that's actually what it's called, the Booty Builder. And that is the hip thrust machine at Anytime Fitness Irwin. And I'm seeing that one purchased a lot more at gyms. I know Powerhouse Pittsburgh has one. Teresa Ivanchik, if I say her last name right, she just got one for her gym up north in Butler, PA. So she just got one too. I think she just got it like a week ago. I saw she posted a video of unboxing it. So she also got the Booty Builder machine. So again, the one that I used at Life Force, I have seen, it's popular, but I will prefer the black booty machine. Anyways, I wanted to talk about that, especially because I get a lot of questions about it with a lot of people, both females and males, especially the females. They want to like use the machine because the setup is way nicer than setting up an actual hip thrust machine with the bar and plates and all that other jazz. This is just easy to figure out what works for your height, strap the belt around, put the plates on. You really don't have to go all that heavy for this exercise too. That's why I focus more on the form with the slow and control. But it's a great exercise. I really enjoyed it. So you'll see that in this vlog. I was trying to think what else happened too, because I got a couple, 2 lifts from Life Force that day. I did the Smith squats that I typically do. And since I was at Life Force, the Smith at Life Force is more, it's the Body Masters Smith. So it's straight up and down, where when I do the Smith squats at a lot of the other gyms, they have more of the angle to them. So my form was a little different, just a little bit. So I definitely felt this just overall a little different just because of the angle situation there. But otherwise, it was a good workout. Yesterday, I got a couple clips, and I went to my Anytime Fitness that's really close to my house in White Oak. And yeah, I ended up just doing, so on Mondays, I always do the hacks at Life Force. There is no hack machine at the gym I went to yesterday, so I swapped it for front squats with the bar, and they did feel good. It's just that, like, I mean, I think it worked okay for my quads, but when I got feedback from Justin, who does my workout program, he had mentioned that he didn't think that the front squat with the bar looked like it was really beneficial for me, to directly hit my quads. Now, again, it felt good, but I'm definitely someone that's very like glute dominant, so I don't know if maybe he saw that my glutes were kicking in with the front squats. I do like front squats, but again, I'm trying to focus on my quads. So if it doesn't look like I'm really gaining that much from it for my quads, then it's probably not the best exercise for me to be doing, which I do understand why Justin brought that up. So yeah, there was just a couple exercises from yesterday too that I'll be posting in this vlog as well. And yeah, I'm sitting at about 140 pounds. Coach says we're in a good spot. I will check in again with her on Thursday, but we didn't have any changes at all to anything with our plan last week. So I know I haven't really updated on that, but my plan is pretty much the same. Everything seems to be going good. My lifts are still good. It's just I've been so busy, so a lot of my gym schedule just kind of gets hopped around, but things have been good and consistent for the most part. Just depends on like where I need to go. Excuse me. This weekend I'm dog sitting, so I will leave here on Friday. Which I do know Friday is just going to be busy in general with work and everything too, so is what it is. That's typically how it always goes, is Fridays are busy. So I will be dog sitting. I've got 3 posing clients this weekend. I had a new one last week and it went really well last Sunday. I also donated blood on Sunday. So new posing client, grocery store, and donating blood. Then I came home and I just been watching anime. So it was nice to be super productive in the morning and then just chill. And I would have like went to bed earlier, but I just like couldn't. Like I was tired, but I just could not sleep. I think I like closed my eyes for like maybe 10 minutes at one point on Sunday. And then I was like, all right, I give up. I just can't. I'm just not a very good nap taker. And being that it was Sunday and I was going to have to, go back to bed and try to get sleep for work, it just, wasn't going to be happening there. As another little update thing with it, my life, I had talked previously, maybe a vlog or two ago, that I was working with getting some student loan stuff figured out. So I did work a little bit on that today as well, since I had the time. I was on a phone call with the student loan that I have under. I was on hold for 2.5 hours until somebody picked up. And then, he did help me in a way. It's just that I pretty much have to now call the student aid people because they're not communicating properly with the loan company to update them what's going on my status. So it's going to be a lot of phone tag. It's a lot of being patient. My friend Brittany's helping me with this because she's already done a lot of it. So I'm just kind of like taking notes from her and doing it for what I need to do. So when it comes to that student loan stuff, it is really frustrating, but I'm at the point where it's getting better. It's just a lot of like phone calls. So that's the update with that. The dude today at least gave me the tip to just like cancel the auto payment option on the student or the school loan that I have set up with them. So at least like, because here's what I'm waiting for. I'm waiting for the student aid people to tell my loan people that I have submitted a borrower's defense application and that it is being processed. And it might take a long time for it to be processed, but it's still done. And I have proof of that. So student aid needs to get their shit together and communicate with the loan people and make sure that everybody's on the same page. And I'm in the middle trying to like sort it out. So that's where things get a little annoying and frustrating, because these people are such a pain in the ass to get a hold of, for one. And then you're trying to like make sure they understand what's going on. So you kind of have to like look out for yourself, but also understand that like they have to do all of this too. So student loan stuff is not fun, but it is what it is, and I have to get it done. Get it all like figured out. So yeah, this month is just already flying by. We only got a couple weeks left of October. Posing clients are going good, like I said. Dog sitting, and then I also donkey sit. So I have the donkeys all next week. I go and feed them twice a day. So from Monday to next Saturday, I will be donkey sitting. And again, there's work. The workouts are good. Not really sure if maybe we'll have any updates. I'm assuming we'll probably have something change with my plan next week when I check in, or like after I check in this Thursday. So that will be a work in progress. Sleep's been good. Digestion's good. I'm not sick. I'm just cold. That is pretty much everything in a nutshell. I guess that's just off season though. It's just keep showing up and doing the work. You know, handle life stuff, train hard. I got back into wearing my waist trainer a lot more often. I think it does keep me warm for one of many reasons. But I wear my purple one during the day when I'm here working for posture. I typically take it off when it's time to eat my second meal. Just kind of like how I do stuff, because sometimes I take a lunch break and I leave, and it's just I don't want to drive. I hate driving with a waist trainer on. It's way too tight and just stupid. I don't need to wear it while driving, so then I just take it off. And then I don't put my black one on until I'm at the gym. So then I wear my black one when I lift. So you'll probably see that, because I definitely wore it for the leg day that I did at Life Force. And then I also wear my weight training belt. And here's the thing about waist trainers, because I do get a lot of questions on them. And I've been wearing mine on and off for years, okay? Years. Figure Slim, by the way, I do have a discount code, PageFit10 for the waist trainers. And that's figureslim.com. I know it's definitely in the description below. But I've had many sizes. Figure Slim has both the nylon, like my purple one is more of like a fabric, and then the gym one is the latex type. So there's a couple different waist trainers. Mine are all like kind of on the longer torso side. Not that I have a long torso, it's just that Figure Slim doesn't carry like the short ones that a lot of girls really like. The short ones are really just like the actual, like they're literally like this small and really just fit around the lower part of the abdomen. So those are really popular. Figure Slim doesn't have them. I've never worn it, but I know they're popular. Mine are all like a longer torso type. So they like really cover like the entire stomach. So some people like it and they don't. But anyways, those are the ones that I wear. And I'm just going to keep my waist as small as possible and just grow everything else. Keeping a small waist is very important. Do you need to wear a waist trainer? No. Does it help you lose fat? No. I do know a lot of girls that wear waist trainers while they do their cardio. I even know people that wear waist trainers when they sleep at night. I've never done either one of those. So to each their own. I just like to wear mine when I work for posture and then in the gym. And having a tiny waist in bodybuilding is extremely important. So it's one of those things that if it can help a little bit, why not? I feel that if you are definitely someone who has judges' feedback about having to fix the waist of any kind, I would recommend just getting used to a waist trainer. They're a lot like braces. So if you have braces and you have to get like a tune-up every couple months or whatever, so waist trainers, you just keep getting a smaller smaller size, and just there's like 3 rows of hooks, and you just keep tightening it up. And if you're completely new to waist trainers, I always suggest that, starting out, wear it for an hour, and try to build up that endurance and break it in. Try to wear it for 3 to 5 during the day. I know a lot of nurses that wear waist trainers, and they will just like wear it for an entire shift, but they're up like moving around and walking, and they don't even notice that they have it on. So there's always that option. They do make waist trainers for men, so if anybody wanted one of those, they do exist. And I do know a couple open bodybuilders that will wear one, especially like the last couple weeks. They just try to keep it pretty tight. I know Regan Grimes, one of his YouTube vlogs for the last pro show he did, he was talking about how he was wearing one a lot for when he took a nap. He would just throw the waist trainer on and just take a nap with the waist trainer on. But he said he only does that like the last couple final weeks before a show. That's just what he's saying on his YouTube. I don't know. But yeah, I'm definitely someone who likes waist trainers. But again, you don't need to. So it's not like you have to. I feel like the people that always ask, do I need to wear a waist trainer? Those are always the people that probably need to wear one, and they're looking for an excuse to like not wear one. So again, to each their own. I am not saying that you have to have a waist trainer. I know a lot of people are against them, and a lot of people that are for them. And it's kind of interesting to me because if you're looking at a lot of the pros, they are wearing them, but they just don't really talk about it. And I don't know if it's just because they don't want to have to fight and defend themselves against people that are not for them, because I've heard everything in the book of why they're not good for you. But like, I just feel like if you're not living in it 24/7 and like it's not messing up your digestion or causing you pain or anything, you should be fine. Like seriously, if it's causing you like legit pain, it doesn't cause me any pain. And I remember, not that I get periods anymore, but when I used to get like a period and I was like really swollen or bloated, like I just wouldn't wear it that week. Like you just don't put it on if you don't feel good, Like I said, I think it's great to wear consistently because it's not going to work unless you're consistent with it. But, you know, it's something that you just kind of get used to. And again, I really feel that a tiny waist is that important, that every little bit of help can go a long way. A lot of people like to do vacuums. I don't, but people like to do vacuums. That will also help for a tiny waist. Keeping track of your digestion and just making sure that you're not really eating too much of a bloated type of meal, or just trying to keep the midsection tight. Eat foods that digest better, that's easier on the belly, that doesn't cause gas or anything like that. Make sure you're shitting. That goes for everybody. You should care about your digestion. You should be pooping every day. At least once. Don't be like me. When I first got into this sport and I was just a bikini girl, I probably pooped once a week. So it was really bad. Probably why I always had like that skinny, fat, bloaty look. Not that my diet was all that great or anything like that. What I know now, man, it's just like, yeah, I'm glad I've learned so much. But when I'm looking back, I'm like, see, did not care about digestion like I do now. And it does matter. So keeping a tiny waist, you need all of those type of things as well. But yeah, so overall, that's pretty much life. If anybody has any questions with waist trainers that I should expand more on, feel free to comment below. I try to think of all the really common questions I get because like I said, I do get asked often, and I've been wearing them for so long that I've just heard everything, every question. And so it's hard to keep track like what I do need to remind people about them. But again, I like them. I've always had Figure Slim waist trainers. I've never tried any other brand, so I can't say for not if a brand on Amazon's any good, or I know the other popular brand is Squeeze Me Skinny, and I think they have the smaller waist trainers that I was talking about. So yeah, that's the one. My coach is, I think, affiliated with the Squeeze Me Skinny. There's a lot of girls, though, are, but if you want to support me and Figure Slim, go for that. So yeah. Otherwise, I'm glad I did this video. It's not as organized and thought out as I thought it would be, but sometimes people just like to hear me talk. So that's it. 4 o'clock here, so I'm about to finish up my work day and then make my pre-workout meal. And I do not think I'll be filming tonight. I gotta go pick up some Walmart groceries tonight, so I'm probably just gonna try to hustle. And I'm not really sure what gym I want to go to, but it's obviously going to be close to Walmart, so it's either Planet Fitness or Anytime. I'll figure it out when I get in the car and make my way down there. I honestly haven't been working out at Planet Fitness in a while. I just kind of needed a break. I really enjoy driving out to Life Force and getting a really good workout there. But I don't know. This whole like getting dark sooner at night is making me not motivated to drive the whole way to Life Force. I was a lot more motivated and it was more fun when there was more daylight out. So I feel like when it's darker out, I just want to stay close. So we'll see what happens here soon. But yeah, that's kind of what's going on. I got hamstrings and mid-back rows and rear delts. So that's what I'll be doing today. And my pre-workout meal is always the egg whites, peanut butter, cream of wheat, which cream of wheat is awesome, and a banana. Everybody knows I love my bananas. It is seriously the best meal though. Like I told my coach, like no other meal that I've ever had made me feel this way. Like it is the perfect meal for me that tastes great, I feel great, and it just works. I don't know. It is legit the perfect meal for me. And it's so nice to know that this off season, I just like really feel like the foods that I get are really good and work really well for me. And that's, you know, we've done the wheat tortillas, the brown rice, sweet potato, cream of wheat. My first and last meal is still very keto, just avocado and a protein and a vegetable. So my first and last meal are still carbless, but all my other meals have a carb, so it's great. So yeah, I've been getting a lot of compliments on my off season, and it's very appreciative. I've been working really hard to just stick to a plan. I really don't get a lot of cheat meals though, so it's one of those things that I'm just eating for fuel, and cheat meals are cheat meals, but honestly, I don't really care that much because cheat meals cost money. And when you get a cheat meal, you know, I want to go out and make it an event, and that costs, you know, spending money on gas to go somewhere special, paying for a tip, paying for appetizers, you know, everything's more expensive. So I'm good with just buying what's on my plan, and I know that I get a lot of it for me. And I like my smaller meals because that's the other thing. You have a cheat meal, then you got to be careful about not eating too much and getting bloated because it will affect the workout the next day. And I ain't got time for that because I always make leg day after a cheat meal. And if I can't put my waist trainer and my belt on because I ate too much and got bloated, then we got a rough time. So I try to avoid all that. So yeah, I'm getting thirsty. All right. Thank you all for watching. Like, share, comment, subscribe, follow me on Instagram. I appreciate all the support and everything. It's awesome. And enjoy the random clips of the event that I went to and a couple workout clips. And until next time, I'll see you guys later. And I hope that everybody has a great week because it's almost spooky season. It's almost Halloween. So I'll check in with you guys next time.